Hello everyone, my name is Martin Camp. I am from just outside Durban in South Africa, and I just wanted to spend some time with you this afternoon, just catching up as to why am I chasing the Dakar so hard, what it means to me in life, and also how did we get here is a very good and long story. It's a long story because I'm 59 years old. So I first applied for Dakar 21 years ago. So let's go back and have a look at why I've always been so keen on actually participating. So I first started riding motorbikes when I was 14 years old, 13, 14. Fortunately, we grew up in an area with lots of hills and valleys and rocks and hill climbs and all those things. So that was fantastic. So I started riding back in the days of Husqvarna 430 WRs, drum brakes, big air-cooled motors, then on to Yamaha RTs, KDX 200s, eventually disc brakes, eventually liquid-cooled, and then the racing really started getting fun. Of course, it got faster, better suspension, and away we went, but that was many, many years ago. So I was very lucky. My father actually raced cars and was very keen on motorsports. And when dirt biking came along, he jumped on board with that as well. My elder brothers also raced as well. So by the time they'd been out racing a few years, we were already into the whole motorcycle fraternity. And off I went, and I got onto a bike, and I've absolutely loved it. I don't think there's been any years in my whole life that I haven't really ridden. So yeah, at the age of 14, I started racing when I was 15, started doing some regionals when I was 16, then realized that I really enjoyed it as a sport. Of course, I was doing other sports as well. At school, we had to do sports such as rugby and hockey and running and those type of things. But anyway, off I went, and I raced for a few years during our schooling days. Then came national service. I carried on racing during military service whenever I could. That was for 2 years. And then after that, I really got a bit more serious, and I picked up some sponsors and I started racing. And then that also turned my love around, because even though I already do enduro work, because where we live is called the Valley of 1,000 Hills, and it's absolutely fantastic. There is tens of thousands of square kilometers of absolute beautiful riding. Hill climbs, rocks, rivers, fast road work. So anything that you want to do for your riding skills, you can just do here locally. So I was very lucky. I used to be able to ride from home down into the valley. Had lots of mates who also rode as well, a very, very popular sport over here. And then, then as I was saying, then I eventually, due to sponsorship, I had to start racing motocross and supercross as well, which at first I didn't really enjoy. But then I got to like it actually, and as we all know, the feeling of being on a start line with other bikes is absolutely amazing. So I raced supercross and motocross for a while, but my love was still always off-road enduro racing. Then I started a career as an IT engineer many years ago. Did some certifications in it, diplomas and stuff like that. And then I went to England, and over there, I started racing British championships and even World Enduro Championships. Those were some of the first. We're talking about in the early 90s. Those are the first sort of world 3 or 4 day championships, and they were great fun. I loved them. The multi stages I thrive on. I love the 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days of riding. Always enjoyed that. So yeah, I raced British championships, really did, I did quite well there, had some good category wins and finishes across the UK and Wales. And then, as I said, I raced the World Enduro Championship as well. But that's not all that I do in life. I've always loved ultra sports. When I was 19, 20 and 21, I did my first what we call Comrades Marathon. That's 50 miles or 88 kilometers in one day. So I did that a few times when I was younger. Fell in love with marathon running. I've actually done 27 marathons, 7 ultras, and 3 Comrades over my life. Some of those are the London marathons and the Jordan Marathon, which is the lowest marathon on earth. So I just loved the ultra stuff. Did a lot of marathons. Then cycling came along, and the days of only racing bikes came to an end, and mountain bikes got on the scene. Jumped on a mountain bike and loved that. They were really basic, no suspension, rim brakes, as we all know. But anyway, it was off-road again, so we started playing with mountain bikes. And then as they've come further and further, I've continued to always race and enjoy doing mountain biking around the world once again. So I did a lot of riding in Wales in the UK. And then when I got back to South Africa 17 years ago from staying in the Middle East for 12 years, I really saw that there was a lot going on here in mountain biking. So I've done a lot of multi-day stage events, 3 days, 300 Ks. Longest is probably, we did 1,000 kilometers in 9 days on the Joburg to Sea. And last year I was fortunate enough and I trained and off I went and I did the Cape Epic, which as we know is rated as the hardest mountain bike race in the world. It's 600 odd kilometers over 7 days, but you do 16,500 meters of climbing in that period. So it's pretty tough, but I loved it, I enjoyed it. Hopefully do one again sometime. So I combine my training with running, with mountain biking, a little bit of swimming as well, and then of course gym work. And then between all of that, whenever I can, I'm on a motorbike. I'm personally also still racing the regional off-road series here in Natal and in South Africa. Still loving that. Still up in the category, which is good because now we are in the vet category. But still, racing quite a few of those. And then just filling in with mountain biking and everything else. So pretty active on most sports. We're very lucky. We have beautiful weather, beautiful conditions, lots of freedom, lots of mountain ranges to go cycling and hiking and flying in as well. I also love flying. I used to hold my pilot's license many years ago. Loved parachuting, did lots of parachuting and skydiving. Just enjoyed it. But we live in the land of sporting opportunities. So I was very privileged and very lucky. Then also traveled quite a bit as well. As I said, did 9 years in the UK, working for some telecom companies there. Did London to South Africa overland in 10 months, just with public transport. That was 19 countries in 10 months. That was great fun. Arrived back in South Africa, continued to carry on racing when I got back here again. We've got races like the Roof of Africa, which is, I think it's in about its 50th year. It's one of the original hard enduros of the world, which I see this year, it's back on the hard enduro circuit again. So I've done that quite a few times and was very fortunate. We've got 3 beautiful boys, and the year before last, we set a record, never been done before. 1 father and 3 sons all finished the Roof of Africa. It was pretty special. It's technical, it's rocks, but they're all good riders. We managed to finish that, and we've done a few other events as father and sons over the years. So they're all still riding and racing. They first of all did downhill cycling, mountain biking for many, many years, got their skills up there, and now they all race enduro. So I'm still very, very lucky that I ride with our sons, which is good fun. And then, so why the Dakar? So I did enduros, I did supercross, I did motocross. I was very lucky to be asked to go and race on a team in the Baja 1000 in Mexico, which I really enjoyed. That was about 10, 12 years ago. It was an international team. We raced a Honda CRF 450 for Tivoli Racing, a beer company. And we did very well. We came first in the Pro 40 categories. The Baja is an amazing race. It's 1,000 miles straight up, flat out, daytime, well, nighttime, daytime, nighttime again. Absolutely loved it. Beautiful riding. You go along the peninsulas, you're on the beaches, you're in the mountains. So highly recommend that to anyone who wants to have a real good adventure. So I've raced the Baja as well. And then living in the Middle East for so many years, I got to be privileged enough to have a very good friend in the Middle East, a Saudi national, and we raced the UAE Desert Challenge, first on XR 400s, and then we actually raced on Bombardier 650 quads. So I left 2 wheels and I went onto 4 wheels for a while and raced in the dunes and the deserts of Saudi Arabia, and then into the UAE, into Abu Dhabi. Had a good race there, won quite a few of the days on the Bombardier. So really enjoyed that. So crossed into the world of quad riding, but then back onto 2 wheels again. And then so just lots of different facilities or different aspects of motorbike racing, but always, especially after living in the Middle East, always wanted to do the Dakar. So 21 years ago, we applied to do the Dakar. We nearly got it right. Of course, funding is always a big thing, and we just didn't manage to get there in the end. And it's never left me, and I've always kept it in the back of my brain. Other things, of course, more important things came along between then and now. 3 boys and moving countries a few times. And then this year, on the 1st of January 2025, I sat down to get ready to watch the 3rd of January for the Dakar, and I just said, we're going to do it. We're going to live the dream. We're going to make it happen. So we did. Here I am sitting in my garage with a Cove 450 Pro Rally motorbike. I've just come off the South African Safari Rally. We're going to do another episode about that a little bit later. But yes, I decided to ride the Cove 450. And I qualified. I've got some of my points already. I'm off to Morocco in October to do another race to get some more points, because you've got to get points for the 2-wheel category for Dakar. So yeah, I'm absolutely loving it. I must say the rally the other day was just great fun. It's so good to be back in the international racing world again, especially doing world championships. So it really is inspiring me at the moment. I will be the oldest person in the motorbike category to do Dakar in 2027. So that doesn't really worry me at all. I've just got to train harder, be fitter, be tougher, which we are focusing on at the moment. And I'm really enjoying the long distance training and just actually the whole world of racing. As I said, I'm going to do a little separate video about rally racing, because that's turned out to be really interesting. So we're going to do a separate one about that. This was just more about me today, my past, who I am, and my passion for 2 wheels, my passion for racing, and anything else on 2 wheels, and also my passion to give it back. And I get very involved with clubs and still setting of motorbike courses locally and getting people to ride, encouraging them to get into the sport, and also encouraging the more talented ones to do like I did. Get out, see the world, go and race British Championships, go to Baja, go and race World Championships in Abu Dhabi and all over the world. So that's my drive. Part of my mission is to pass on my 59 years worth of experience and actually help people to get out there and to make motorsport really part of their lives. It's been very good to us. Myself traveled the world with it, met a million good people, really enjoyed it. I've seen so many countries racing through deserts and forests and muddy forests and hills and mountains and beautiful rivers, and so I've really enjoyed it. And I want to just pass on that love of motorbiking onto other people who want to get involved. So that's part of it as well. Part of my road to Dakar that I'm on at the moment is helping other people to build bikes like this, know all the categories and all the rules and regulations, and also do the road booking. But again, we're going to do another program on that. And then, so that was it. That's just a story, a little bit about myself. So yeah, I've absolutely driven. I've got the energy, and we are focusing. We've got about 14 months to go, which is good timing to be doing the Dakar. And I'm very lucky. I've picked up some great sponsors along the way. So as you can see, one of my main ones is Amsoil Africa. They're the most amazing oil company. They were the first with synthetic oils. I've always known about them, and now to be working with them is absolutely fantastic. And then also Surf Fruit is the other one. They're a South African fresh fruit company, which I love. They give me all sorts of training, vitamin C juices and fruits, etc. So I'm also enjoying working with them as well. They're a local company. And the other one's also West Town, which is a local development up here on Hillcrest. So also been working with them as well, and also just doing public events. They've got beautiful premises, and using their premises to do public events to once again bring people together to talk about the love of motorbiking. So I'm going to leave this one now. I'm going to be signing off now, and we'll do some more on the sport and the art of getting ready to race Dakar. We'll chat to you all later. Thank you very much.